Know what, mate? Quick word. Look, can't help but notice you've not played for the Socceroos yet. Oh, nonsense, mate. Of course you want to. Now, to help you out here, I've got a few things to help inspire you. We've got a flag. Nice flag. Hang it up in your locker. It's back at the front, actually, but there you go. It's very nice. We've got a scarf. Now, colours don't work great with a green screen, but that'll keep you warm out in the training ground. We've got, what do we got here? 2006 World Cup jersey. Pretty sure your dad wore that one, mate. We've got a couple of other jumpers here, and oh, look at this. Look at this. Noah. Tim Cahill. Absolute legend he is. So you just peruse that, keep it in your locker, wear it when you feel like it, and oh, I've also arranged for a special song to play for you when you score, so keep an ear out for that one, mate.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 6, Episode 6 today. We are at home to Rijeka in the league, and then we go to Aberdeen, the world powerhouse of football. That is Aberdeen, the Dandy Dons. I like Aberdeen, I don't know why I'm doing that. In the Europa Conference League. Now, first bit of news, only really bit of news off the field, is that Elias Phillip has signed another contract extension. He wants to be paid what he's worth to the team, but only asked for like £100 pay rises every contract. So another 4-year deal for him. Again, he's gone from £1,700 a week to £1,800 a week. His bonuses are a bit more, I suppose, but yeah, he asked for one. You can see here again, he's happy with it. If he's happy, I'm happy, and we're really massive. Considering some players are on, 11 grand a week, he could just be asking for so much more, and he doesn't. And then gets unhappy because he's not getting paid enough. But anyway, that just kind of is what it is, isn't it? Now, there are 2 games to catch you up on. Let's catch you up on those, and then we can start thinking about what we need to do. First up, the only game in the league actually to catch you up on was against Slaven Belupo. We went ahead just after half-time when Bracalo crossed for Phillip. And Ormarkic slipped in Skoko to make it 2-0. So a deserved win, this one, with tweet tactics, as you can see. Now, there was a comment, and I forget who it was. Massive apologies for that. You'll know who you are. Let yourself be known in the comments so you get the credit you deserve for this. And they were saying that we have a good team. Why are we stuffing around? Higher tempo, more direct, and just score goals, basically. Now, I didn't do the more direct because I don't really like that, but I did do higher tempo. We did stick a number 10 in from the start, and what I did is I focused play through the middle with but still looked for the overlaps. Now, that doesn't often work with a high tempo, but it seemed to work okay for us here. And yeah, and so we did miss a penalty with Palumbo early on as well. They had a goal ruled out offside, which was tight as well, so it could have been 1-1 going into half time, but ultimately it kind of worked. You can see on the XG tracker, it wasn't a dominant performance, but it was a game that we did deserve to win. So, yeah, that being the case, we had the cup game against Variston up next. We really do need to make sure we're winning the cup just to European prospects. So we sent out a bit of a rotated side because it was a quick turnaround, and let's see how we did against Variston. We went ahead just before half-time when Akbasli played in Matenovic. But Variston were level just after the break, before Rovers came off the bench and smashed us back in front. So the cup hopes are still alive. It was another win that we deserved, although we did make a little bit hard work of it, not putting them away a little bit earlier on. Akbasli in this one, I've got to say, was absolutely brilliant. Now, maybe this high tempo and exploiting through the middle is going to work really nicely for him. He was just pinpoint passes, spraying them everywhere. It was brilliant. You can see we had Lovridge as the number 10 for a little bit. We did have to switch Rovers and Bracalo, which maybe isn't ideal coming into this one. Brigic had a good game. Well, you can see for yourselves there who had a good game and who didn't. Ultimately, we're in the round for the next round of the cup, and I forget who it is we've drawn. We have drawn it, I'm pretty sure. No, I tell a lie, it has not been drawn. So forget that. Let's go and have a look at the league table. And you can see now we have 2 games in hand on some, 1 game in hand on others. Now Hajduk's gone on a little bit of a dodgy run. So if we beat Rijeka today, we go to 20 points with 13 games played. We'd be within 3 points of Hajduk in 3rd and 2 points of Rijeka in 4th. So it's a massive, massive game. and Dinamo as well are falling away a little bit. Now, next episode is going to be Dinamo away and Lazio at home in Europe. So, and it's pretty much 4 games in a row. So, how we move the squad around here and what we need to do, I've really got to pick one. Like, what are we favouring? And I think at this point, we're going to have to do the league. Now, the reason I say that is if we go and have a look at the European table, we're pretty good. 2 from 2. We would ideally like to get into the top 8, but if we don't, it's not really the end of the world. Now, we've got Aberdeen today, as I said, and then Lazio next episode. Our last 2 games after that, though, are FC Groningen here. Now, FC Groningen have barely beaten Derry City and drawn away to Tirana, the Albanians. And then we've got Gothenburg, IFK Gothenburg. Now, they have got a bit of a touch-up at Newcastle, and that could happen to anybody. But only a 2-0 win at home to, that is I want to say Montenegrin side, I think. And we did beat Swedish opposition already, didn't we? We did it quite easily. So I'm thinking that we could probably rely on maybe 4 points from those 2 games. If we have 10 points, there's probably a fairly good chance we're going to be in and around the top 4. That's assuming that we can't take anything off Aberdeen and Lazio as well. So yeah, I think we've got to favour the league. We've got to try and put ourselves back in a race for Europe, given that Europe is going at this point in time fairly well, and this seems to me anyway to be the bigger fish to fry just now. So let's go and have a look and see what we're doing against Rijeka. You can see here we are at home for the game, which obviously helps a little bit. And we're expecting, well, we don't really know what we're expecting. We've got this sort of default lineup that the scouts team seem to come to me with. But this is the team we're going out with. Now, we are going back, assuming that that's how they're going to play. This is how we're going to play. The other formation, when I was using it, was more against teams that, let's go attacking, that had sort of a 1 up front, then the line of 3 behind. So we've got Ayasa in goal, Damjanic, Masic, and Williams as the back 3. Pembele and Rovis will be down the wings. Sithole, Kakavenga, and Olmarkic in midfield. Now, that's not maybe ideal. Do we want to go with Palumbo? This is where I start and go half-hearted at times, isn't it? And maybe we do just need to put Skoko and... I mean, Skoko at a minimum should be on the bench. I don't quite know what I'm thinking there. So let's take Visinton off for Skoko. Yeah, get my own head. So, okay, we'll go with Kakavenga and Olmarkic. Filet and Matanovic will go up front. I'm starting to go in towards, I would like Akbarsli and Visinton. I think they'll be a good duo. So we're going to put them out against Aberdeen. And, yeah, well, we've just got to win, don't we? We've just got to win. So, we can see the team sheets here. That's a name that looks familiar. I don't know why. Joshua Eze, is that the guy that's... No, I don't think that is the guy at Crystal Palace, is it? I hope not, because he's quite good. But yeah, it looks like we've got a Finnish guy. A Finnish? Where were we last time? Icelandic guy in there, but I don't recognise otherwise too much. Home form's important to us. Let's go out there and make that count. Another thing I've been doing in team talks in the league is just saying we've got to win. Come on, boys, because we've just got to do better, don't we? You can see their recent form looks okay all of a sudden, doesn't it? But yeah, it's just a frustrating. Oh, Connor Cody plays for them. I forgot about that. So they are playing the way that the scouts were expecting them to. So we'll sort of stay with what we've got here, and yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys agree with the method here. There is an argument to say just do what we can in Europe. We get money for results in Europe, coefficient points. It'll help us down the line. But I mean, the problem is coming from the fact that we've been rubbish and we're not getting results, and that makes obviously life a little bit more difficult. But Rovis picks that up, and here we go, trying to come forward. Olmarkic for Filet with his new contract. Nice ball for Pembele. Matanovic is with him. I don't know if he's onside. The flag's gone up. I want to get excited. I mean, a goal-scoring Matanovic is a good Matanovic, but he was offside. Visinton's been doing my head in too. He's one of these guys, and I think it was an on-camera game. I'm trying to remember now. Apologies that last week was a bit messed up too. We got a stomach bug in the family, and it was just... I still don't feel great, to be honest. I still am struggling a little bit. So I am just a little bit like dazed as to what was on camera, what was off camera, what week it was, what day it is today. Didn't help that Formula One started on a Thursday on the weekend, so then that threw me off as well. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Bissington. He's a bastard because he'll score the ones where he's offside and then miss the ones he's not. Matanovic is onside this time, and Matanovic, let's hope he's back. Because I think a big part of the problem at the start of the year was that Matanovic just didn't score. He only scored his first goal. It was last episode, I think, wasn't it, against the Baku team. But Rovers has tucked him in nicely there, past the goalkeeper, 1-0, 11 minutes gone. And yeah, let's, like I say, let's hope that Matanovic is back because we need him. Because if we can have Fillet and Matanovic as reliable goal scorers, and then we can get Akbarsli and Bissington just, you know, getting themselves involved in the club, settled in, then that's going to be a good thing, isn't it? So Hajduk 2-0 up over Slaven, and we'll give them a little bit more praise here. See what we can do. I think that guy's a centre back. We almost signed him from Aussie, I think it was, or one of those teams. So not much has happened since the goal. So that's maybe slightly concerning. Let's try demand more. It would be very nice to get a second before half time, but possession's been even. Just don't give away a penalty there, please. Someone want to pick up the guy at the edge of the area, please? No, that's okay. They didn't like, I mean, in hindsight, having seen they just let someone walk up to the edge of the area completely unmarked. Maybe focus would have been a bit of a better one. But that is going to be half-time, is it? Yes, it is. And we do have a lead, which is nice. So we don't want to get complacent here, please, boys. We've got to go and see this out now. This is a huge 3 points. And if we can maybe get a... We'd probably want a third, not just a second, to start resting one or two, wouldn't we? Santiago is on the way back. He might be back for the next league game against Dinamo. And no doubt, Santiago in the centre of the defence, aside, not Messick, I should say. I think that makes us all feel a little bit better, doesn't it? So he's on his way back. Let's maybe just back it off to positive. And talk about a goal taking the sting out of a game. This was a game that didn't need a goal. It's been terrible since it happened. And yeah, well, I guess we just kind of go with it. Now, they've changed their formation here. They've got inside forwards. Now, are we trapping them on the outside already? We are, so that's not going to help them. And can we win this ball back, please? And thank you. Pambele just maybe getting a little bit too far forward there. Oh, crossbar. Rovers gets it behind. And now, actually... Oh, that's this guy. Ilankovic got there. We had him, didn't we? So what we want to do is, if they... Oh, Jesus Christ, can you tell I've just been in a daze of sickness for a week? I can't even click what I'm trying to click. Let's hope we get this away, and then we can... Oh, AS's there. And then we can probably go to the new look formation. I think I saved it. Yes, I did. That means Messick is off. So we'll get Lovric on for him. And we probably don't need to attack. We'll just be balanced, but we'll see what we can get here. And the highlight is looking as though it is going to be an actual one. Can Demjanic... Oh, good tackle, Demjanic. All right, focus in, boys. Come on. Changing formation right before a corner, maybe not the greatest thing. I mean, they say don't make a sub, but actually changing everything. Now, slight concern. Are we still trapping on the outside with that new one? Yes, we are. And they have grown into this game, haven't they? They've looked maybe the better team. Oh, Lovric just couldn't quite put the pressure on them. Boys, there we go. We win it back. Phillip turns, shoots. Oh, post. We could have used that going in, couldn't we? but not to be. Not to be. Okay, let's just keep focusing. We're coming in towards stoppage time. So now I think what we do is we go back to the other one so we can shut things down. You can stay on. We'll take off Ormarkic. We'll get another centre back on, which is going to have to be a kid, which is maybe not ideal. Who do we trust more? A temperamental 16-year-old or a realistic 16? I mean, you don't trust a realistic 16-year-old, do you? But we'll bring them on. And we'll drop these guys back and just generally shut the game down. This is potentially a huge 3 points for us. It doesn't get us back in the title race. Let's not get ourselves too carried away. But what it does do is gets it right back into the European race for potentially a Europa League spot that doesn't need us having to win the cup. I'm not sure how many Europa League spots there were actually, but let's just see this out now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Nice bit of time wasting. And there we go. Not a classic by any means. A 1-0 win, though, we will take. We should have probably scored 1 or 2 more. And equally, they could have scored 1 or 2 as well, couldn't they? But that is a nice result. We'll build our confidence on that one. So, with a game in hand, we are 2 points behind Rijeka. We are 6 points behind Hajduk. If we win that game in hand, which looks like it's against Istra, so you'd like to think we could win it, 3 points behind Hajduk, only 5 behind Dinamo. So Jarun enter European Conference League race, and you would say too, it wouldn't be against the realistic. What am I trying to say? If Aussie was to start and choke and fall off a little bit, wouldn't surprise too many people, would it? All right, so that is that. We'll be back for Aberdeen. We're going to Scotland, so pack an umbrella, I dare say. We'll be back in a minute. All right, welcome back. We're getting ready to face Aberdeen now. The world's best academy thing has come up, the top 10 academies. Now, obviously, we are not in there, but Barcelona is the top one, perhaps unsurprisingly. Nice, Man City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Madrid, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Villarreal, which is a new addition, and Dortmund make up the top 10. So there's no real surprises there. Maybe Villarreal, maybe Nice. Yeah, maybe Nice. Maybe Nice being so high is the surprise. But anyway, we are in Scotland. We are getting ready to face Aberdeen. We are expecting the same sort of formation out of them that we got out of Rijeka. I would imagine they're probably similar standard sides. And Damjanic has got a heavy match load, as does Williams. Damjanic, you're just going to have to suck this one up for us, mate. We need you to do a job. So it's Ayesser in goal. Damjanic, Mesic, and Triantis will be the back three. Dekic and Bracalo go down the wings. Bosniak, Skoko, and Palumbo in midfield. Akbarsli and Visinton. Now, I think it's the first time they've started a game together, or maybe this happened once before. But this is the two I want. I want these two to be our two long term down the line. So let's hope they work. And you've got to say, for a second string side, more or less, give or take one or two, I mean, it's not the worst, is it? So, names you recognise. Jamie McGrath, we had him at Queen of the South. Ross Doohan, I recognise. Who else? Leighton Clarkson. Was Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't it, where he was a god for us? Anybody else there we recognise? Jan Danda, I recognise. Ryan Duncan looks familiar. So a lot of names that we've come across before, and probably, to be honest, a lot of them were when we were with Queen of the South doing the Impossible Dream. So let's go with, we're on a good run here, go out there and impress me. And let's hope we can continue our European form here. Any sort of result is going to be huge. Yeah, you know, because if we... Oh, they're a 4-4-2. To the anti-4-4-2 then. We'll wait and see what we get out of them. Now, we're expecting them to be a wing play side. I tell you, our scouts are hopeless. I think they just go to this formation. They're like, oh, we play that. That's what they'll play as well. Which is obviously frustrating. Pataudry looks... I've been to Pataudry, and I can tell you it doesn't look anything like that. And it's got to be the coldest stadium in the UK. It's right on the North Sea as well. It is absolutely brutal. I was there in like late August, and it is, yeah, it's just a very, very cold stadium. Anyway, that's all beside the point. I was an Aberdeen fan. I probably am still an Aberdeen fan. They've probably still got my heart over Queen of the South, north of the border here. But anyway, That's all by the... Oh, what's happened here? It's a damaged shoulder for a goalkeeper. He doesn't have the little cross, so we're going to say he's okay. But we would rather not lose our goalkeeper coming into the Dinamo Zagreb game. All right, first highlight in the 20th minute. And it's Aberdeen coming forward. Can Damjanic stop the cross coming in? It is a decent read by Dekic, but he's out of position now. And it is over the top for a goal. I thought it was over the top, and then it looked like it was going to set up for a corner. So Lazio is losing. That sends Bilbao to the top of the league table. And here come Aberdeen. Bracalo does brilliantly. Nice little back pass. That's not great from Mayasa, though. And Aberdeen are putting us under quite a bit of pressure here. And I think we're going to have to make a call, as that is wide. I think we're going to have to change the formation here. Oh, nice little slipping ball there for Bosniak. Here we go with Skoko to Barsley. Nice ball there for Dekic. His heavy touch. And... oh, I don't know what that was, but Bracalo has a little bit of time now. Can he get a cross in? Visintin is there. Akbarsley is there. It's towards Skoko. It's down and it's Visintin! I don't know if there's going to be an assist on that one, but Pablo Visintin, he has missed so many chances. But thankfully, we put him in Europe, and he's taken his chance brilliantly. Bracalo just floated the cross in. Now, was it Akbarsley with a knockdown? Did Skoko get a touch on it there somewhere? The three of them run away celebrating. To be honest, I don't care. And it was Akbarsley that gets the assist. So that's going to send us to the top of the league standings now. And doing quite well away from home as well in terms of possession. And we've got... they're just slipping the ball, and Bosniak has so much space. Here we go. Skoko to Akbarsley. There's another good ball for Dekic. Can Dekic whip across him? We know he's got a good cross on him, and Visintin gets his second. And it is 2-0 at Pitodri. And it's 2-0 for the Croatian Zagrebian second team, really, aren't we, these days? But we'll be back. We'll get Dinamo again, I'm sure of it. And yeah, the defence really just froze. Just in awe that he'd put a second shot on target, probably. All right, come on. One thing we are doing with Visintin is another giveaway. And can we get 3 in a very quick succession here? It's Noah Skoko. Noah Skoko! He's hit the inside of the post, and I thought we were going to get to unveil his new goal celebration song, but not to be. What was I going to say then? Can't remember. I was going to change the formation, wasn't I? I don't think there's a need to do that now. Now, one thing there might be a need to do, and I don't think we're quite there yet, but... if we get a third and we have a 3-goal lead, then taking off the likes of Skoko and Palumbo and keeping them for Dinamo Zagreb might be something we want to do, but we'll put that on the back burner. We need to win the game first, and it is now going to be 2-1 late in the first half. And I wonder if that is our sign that we go back to the anti-4-4-2. Messick is just a disaster, isn't he? January, if we have any sort of a budget, I would very much like to move him on and get somebody else in. We'll go back to positive. We won't keep attacking them. We'll try demand more late in the half. It doesn't really get us anywhere. So 2-1. We would have taken that. Let's don't let your performance levels drop. Dekic is now looking confused, as is Visintin. Hopefully a bit of fist-pumping faith will get them going again. No, neither of them look like that's worked. So that's not great. Let's give them a bit of praise then to start the half, and we're not gonna concede another one, are we? It'll be like 2 goals in 3 game minutes if it goes in. Triantos gets it clear, and then gets beaten, and it's over the top. All right, let's see what happens with this. Palumbo to Bosniak, gets it wide for Bracalo. Nice ball in there for Visintin. It wasn't a great effort in truth. It didn't have much power on it, and it was straight at the goalkeeper. But it gets us a corner. And Palumbo to take. Damjanic is at the back post. So is Triantis. It is... oh, it's another save. It was one of those two that got their head on it, I think. I don't know which one, so we'll try again. Palumbo. Everybody's at the back post again. It's over the top. And again, it may have been Damjanic, I'm not sure. 17 shots to 7. This is the league game, isn't it? Alright, let's praise. I've really got in the head of Vissington to Dekic. They're still unsure after half time. If we can see this out with a rotated side as well, it would be absolutely massive. Oh, Rijeka's in the league. I didn't know they'd qualified. I thought it was just us and Dinamo Zagreb in the Europa League. So that's good in a way, because that means they not only are they getting coefficient points with a 4-0 win over New Saints, but it also means they're going to be distracted in their league battle as well, isn't it? Because we would very much like to be ahead of them if we can in the table. Come on, don't do this to me. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Another ball comes in. Messick is there. He heads it away. And, okay, we're going to go anti-4-4-2 because this is just making me a little bit nervous. And we're going to switch those two around. And we're going to just be maybe balanced. Yeah, now I know this looks like it's maybe a little bit more attacking, but what it does is it means that... Now, these guys should be marking too. These guys are going to mark the fullback, so it stops them getting an overlap. And then Skoko is going to be sort of the outball for us as well. So it's not as necessarily as attacking as it looks, because our strikers have very much got defensive duties they need to do now, which Vissington may not love, in truth. Let's give them some praise. We've had an XG of over 3. It always annoys me when you underscore your XG, but it's tense. It's very, very tense. We're into stoppage time. And maybe now we'll take Palumbo off, given that he's on a booking. We'll stick Bregic back in here just to be at Bregic, please. Skoko can just drop him back in now a little bit as well. And we will just look and close this one down. Yeah, and I think I like that. And do we need to do anything else? I don't think so. I think we'll go with that. Maybe Akbarsley should have been a deep lying forward. But we'll leave it. Clock's ticking down. And is this the return of Jarun eventually, if the game can ever end? Is this the return of Jarun? That is a game that we should have won by so much more, but fairly solid at the back. We've seen pretty much the entire squad in that episode. We've come away with 6 points, and that's a really good European result on the road, I would suggest. And we jump to the top of the standings. Oh, yes, on goal difference, I know, but that doesn't matter, does it? So it is Lazio that we've got next. That's going to be a home game. And if we win that, or even take a point, we're getting to the stage where... So these teams with 3 games can only get to 12 points, and we have 9. So we could and probably should qualify for the knockout rounds next episode. Even if we don't take anything, there's probably going to be teams down here that don't either and can no longer catch us. So this is looking very, very good in Europe, isn't it? But I wouldn't say we were in control in a sense, but we certainly weren't on the scoreboard. Now the AS, 3 to 5 weeks. We should have taken him off. So that's not great. We're going to have to put the loanee and hope that he does a good job, and that is maybe not my most intelligent moment. Dekic, though, he did well in assist, and he put the cross in for the Akbarsley assist as well, didn't he? So Dekic played well, a Vissington double, and I think we can all be very happy with that. So if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Suddenly, there's a lot of green on this, isn't there? We'll be straight back because we go to Dinamo Zagreb. That is huge. And then we've also got these 2 games coming up here. I mean, what a run of fixtures November is. That's our game in hand, isn't it? And then we've got a cup quarter-final potentially as well. Not potentially, we do have a cup quarter-final. So November is going to be pivotal for our season, and we'll probably end up seeing most of it, to be honest. And then we'll end the campaign in Europe, or the league phase, if we need to show that as well. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'll see you next time. Take care.